Hi everybody, my name is Izzy Swan, and today I'd like to talk to you a little bit about furniture. I've been building furniture for 25 years, and it's really easy when you're in a store like this one to touch and feel, open the drawers, and you can tell whether a piece of furniture is quality. But when you're buying online, you don't really get that option. And there's a lot of companies out there that'll go through the hassle of making something look really pretty, but just not put the quality into it. Today I'd like to talk to you a little bit about that. Jason has asked me here today that we're going to do some comparison stuff. We're going to take a look at some products that you guys make and some products that another vendors make. Now, one of the things that's really interesting about what we're doing today is these are things that typically are purchased online. Not very often you get a chance to get out and actually physically touch, feel, get the quality of it. So they asked me to take a honest look at some competitors and some of yours today. So that's what we're going to do, right straight from how it's packaged. Show the difference between how you guys package and what they do. What else are we going to look at?
Just build quality, finish quality, component quality.
Okay. All right, Jason, you ready for this?
I'm ready.
All right.
Let's tear this open.
You got your knife?
Yes.
All right. Let's see how they did this. So this is the condition this crate was in when we got it from the competitor shipping company. Quite frankly, I'm surprised nothing got damaged. Now they did have some plastic wrapped around the whole crate. There was 3 light plastic straps holding all this heavy furniture down. It's really not a good way to create furniture. While Jason and I finish unwrapping that, let's take a look at how Woodland Creek Log Furniture Place packages their furniture. First of all, the furniture is boxed, wrapped, and then a frame's built around it, and then more insulation added to give it more protection, and then a heavy construction material is used on the exterior of the frame. This gives it its best chance of getting to you undamaged. And this is a proper way of shipping furniture. I could literally go like this and pull this thing apart right now.
I can see it flex.
Let's not do that, but I mean, look at this. I don't think anybody will see that on camera. Should we grab another bit to take these off?
No, actually, you see these screws here? I believe these are meant to screw to the bottom of the table. These are marked on the table. They're marked. All I have to do is line up the numbers. There they go together, nice and easy.
That is easy. So you got 3, 2, 1, and 4. So you know where each leg goes. So we've set our tables up side by side. This is Log Furniture Place table, and this is the competitor's table. And there's some different finishes on it. We'll talk more about that later. So this has an epoxy finish, and this has a clear finish or a flat clear finish on it. And here's right off the bat, and I'm you see the difference? Just that one thing alone. Now, the 2 different table bases. This is a trestle style base, and this is, as you saw earlier, the log is screwed to an apron, so it makes a real sturdy base. Typically, trestle style bases are good bases as well.
And we build trestle style too.
Do you? Yep. Okay. The difference here is that this one, it was slapped together. They didn't take the time to make sure it was level, and they didn't put levelers on the bottom. A lot of times when you see this, like you saw in here, you put levelers on the bottoms of your tables or even dressers or nightstands, especially when we do the log ones. Like you guys do a log one that has adjustable ones, so you can screw them up and down. Yep. So in case there is, and oftentimes the furniture's okay, the floor's not, especially depending on the house that it's going in. So levelers are essential on builds like this. So this is a little bit disappointing. And I mean, so you guys see this. This is right out of the box. Like we haven't done anything to it, and this is just the way it came. So there would be a lot of fidgeting around and using shims to get that to be a solid table. Here we're looking at the back of 2 of the dressers. Now this one is the one we unpacked, and this is one of ours. And you can see, obviously, this one's made out of plywood, and this one is solid wood. Now, this is a full inch thick, but we have a little rabbet out of that, so the backing receives or slides up in there, and we can nail it on. Now, on this one, you can, just by looking at it, you can tell there's framing across it. They actually have screws coming across here in the framing. On this one, there's nothing in the open there, but yeah, so there's nothing in the open. That came off good.
Hey.
So it's all plywood.
It's all plywood.
The only thing natural on here is this little leg and around the face.
Yep.
And then the drawer fronts look like regular cedar. I mean, that top is every bit of 3 inches thick on that face there. These have a solid 1 inch top, solid face, big handles. That's nice. And obviously you're using Baltic birch in the drawers, which is just a really great drawer material. It's super solid, super stable. So that's great. You are too. You're using Baltic birch in there. That's gorgeous. That's grateful. So well made.
Thank you. So my issue, I guess, is there's a price point for everybody.
Sure.
But when you say that your stuff is as good as other companies,
Right.
it should be. You shouldn't say it looks the same, so it's the same quality. Because just because something looks alike doesn't mean it's the same quality.
The fact that they're using plywood, I understand. The fact that the price points aren't that different is what gets me. I mean, they're a little bit better. This is a little bit better, correct?
Price-wise?
Yeah.
Actually, we are the same price.
You're the same price?
Same price. We just have lower margins because
You're going to put out the quality stuff.
we want quality and we don't want people getting screwed over.
So we're taking a close look at yours, which you're standing in front of right now, and it's solid wood. The sides are solid, the top is solid, the drawers, the drawer fronts are all solid. I love the big, massive, hand pulls on it. The fact that you have, you can see here, I mean, this is really thin. It's like they went to the sawmill and just picked up the scrap and they shave off the top and they're trying to use that. I mean, yours is milled out of really decent material, 3 times thicker in a lot of cases.
Yeah.
Bigger logs, it's more robust. It's just a much better built piece of furniture, and you're selling it for the same price point.
Same price point.
Okay.
Or relatively.
Yeah,
the same.
and I understand. I mean, not everybody can go out and spend a ton of money on furniture, and if they want a certain look like this, and this is a lovely look. I understand that. But when you, like you said, when you're advertising that it's the same quality, it's just not. And for me, and I stress this, and I'm sure people have heard me say this before, when you're buying furniture, it's not just, hey, I'm going to buy this thing. It's an investment in the quality of life. So take spend the extra couple bucks, or do the research to find out what's the better buy, and buy that, because this is not going to last. There's no possible way that this piece of furniture is going to last very long. It's going to look beat up as heck in a very short period of time, and there's nothing you can do about it. At least if you beat something up that's solid wood, you can sand it out and refinish it.
I guess the big thing is, there's other companies out there that I'm sure make great quality stuff.
Sure.
You got to research it. Read the reviews. Google's there for a reason. You got House. You got Yacht Post, who we use.
Right.
Yacht Post, third party. They send out reviews, and none of them are made up. They come straight from the customer.
Right. The last one we're looking at are the end tables that we got. Now, this was one that came in that package earlier.
Yep.
And surprisingly, it's not damaged. I looked it over. It's not damaged, so that's cool. This is theirs. This is one of yours, correct?
Correct.
All right. So some basic things I can see right off the bat. Again, much larger around the edge of the apron or the edge of the tabletop here. So that looks really nice.
2x2.
2x2. And again, this is, how thick is the top itself?
They're 1 inch tongue and groove top.
Okay, that's 1 inch.
1 inch. 1 inch by 6.
Okay, now this is real wood here as well. This has got a 3/4 inch, maybe slightly over a 3/4 inch apron, or skirting that's mitered and then flat on the back. So they put all the pretty up front, no effort on the back whatsoever. Let's take a look at the sides on these. So you can tell that there's a very similar look to this with that cross pattern. But you have a nice style across the bottom. Nothing here. It's just this hammered the necks on there real quick. And then back to the front. Again, we're looking at drawer hardware. Drawer hardware on this. You hear that? Go ahead and open yours up. I hope that picked up on the mic, because that's something that's a big difference. That's the difference between a full bearing slide and a not full bearing slide. That just means you're going to get a lot more life out of that. The first thing I'm seeing as I pull this out, thicker material on the front, and the hardware that you have is gorgeous. I really don't think I've seen this before other than on your stuff. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
So we've got a local metal shop that we designed a few handles for, and he will produce them for us, and then we get them powder coated locally as well. So everything's made right here in Michigan, all American made.
The handle and the handle is made right here.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, we don't want to skimp on anything.
Coating, it's all done right here.
Everything.
All right, cool. All right, so obviously we moved these over here, and one of the things that I noticed right away was weight. This is considerably lighter than that is, and you can tell just by looking at it, it would be. Now, I'm gonna, from the bottom here, you can see plywood on the back. Now they do have Tommy roof on the sides, which is cool. I'm glad to see that, but the issue I had with that is right off the bat when we were on, I saw glue lines. So they're gluing this, but they're not taking care to not, make sure that the glue doesn't get squeezed up. So I saw glue lines here. And are you gonna do anything with this?
I would not
Okay.
give that to anybody.
So the way this joinery is put together, it's not really all that well put together. If this were to fall, if it got knocked over, it might not come apart exactly like that, but you'd already have damage. So I don't think we need to say anything else about this. Be careful, ask questions, and get expert advice when you're buying, especially when you're buying them. Always look for reputable companies. A lot of companies, it's easy to take a piece of furniture, slap it up against the wall, put some leaves around it, and make it look good. But when you're spending your hard-earned dollar for furniture, which is again an investment in your quality of life, you really ought to know what you're buying. Okay, so we took a look at competitors and the products that you guys are putting out of your shop. And I could say honestly, without a doubt, I would definitely be buying your stuff. And one of the things, I came into this not knowing that the price points were about the same. I thought this was a lower price point that we were looking at. I didn't realize they're the same. What was your impression?
For years, I've always touted as our furniture being better. And I am really happy the way this turned out, to know that I haven't been a liar for 20-some years.
Yeah. Coming from the outside perspective, coming from it as a craftsman, craftsman looking at this, I would definitely say there's no question at all about the quality. Yours is far superior furniture than what we look at today. I mean, there's really no comparison between the two. They're so vastly differently made, so vastly different in quality, that I assumed when we started that the price points were different. I made that assumption just from when we were unboxing and looking at it. I'm like, well, this has got to be cheaper furniture.
Wanted to go as apples as we could, price-wise.
Price-wise. Well, price-wise, apples to apples. You heard it here. So there's, again, like we said at the very beginning, and when you're buying furniture, really focus on not just, hey, that looks cool in that picture. Make a few phone calls. The staff here will answer live, I think. You guys get a live sales team. Yep. Look at the reviews. Talk to people that you can that have purchased from those particular companies. And just ask. You're spending your hard-earned dollar. You're investing in your quality of life. Why not get the best bang for your buck? And in all three situations today, it was easily, hands down, Woodland Creek's Log Furniture Place. So.
Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you stuck around through the whole video, much appreciated. We definitely invite you to take a look around at all the other furniture that's available here on the website. And again, if you have questions, pick up the phone or check out reviews. Don't be afraid to ask the difficult questions. The sales team is well trained and they know what to tell you.
Yeah, give us a call.